Hello, my little goblins. We're back at it again, and guess what? We got a new deck profile, and my goodness, did it take a lot of strength and willpower to make sure this deck was not a big old bag of poopy. We have to censor ourselves because of the new guidelines, so I'm gonna really try and reel it in here. Originally, I found this deck. I found a Shinobird deck list on the Master Duel Meta website. It's like the only one there. And I was like, oh, let me see what this guy's doing. He pretty much built like a going second deck. And it did not work well. And then we tried out another, someone else in the Discord or in the stream. They had a good idea with introducing the megaliths. But I felt like the ratios were really off. We kept losing a lot of matches. And then finally, I created this. We include another package, which is the Dogmatica package. We're running Ecclesia, we're running Maximus, and we run one Florderis. If you don't have Florderis, you could probably just run another Maximus. But essentially, we're running Incantations, we're running Dogmatica, and we're running the Shinobird cards. So the idea, and the megalith. So that means we're running 4 different archetypes. The whole purpose is if you're going first, you pretty much go into megalith Ock, and then on your opponent's turn, you can go into Peacock, Baroness, or Baron. So what Baron does, it allows you to return up to 3 monsters your opponent controls and return it to your hand. You can, with Ock, you can quick play that on your opponent's turn, right? And what Baroness does, it lets you do the same thing, but for spells and traps, but it sends it to the deck. So Baroness, if we could do Baroness, most of the time we'd rather do Baroness. Because it sends it to the deck, they lose that card advantage immediately. And second of all, the more powerful effect is you can special summon a spirit level 4 or lower, ignoring the summoning conditions. So that lets you send out Amawata, right? And this card will not come back to your hand. And it will just permanently negate everything that is not a spirit. They cannot activate non-spirit cards. Non-spirit monster cards. Which is pretty insane and can win a lot of decks. Like, you can completely destroy a lot of decks with this. So, that's what we're more interested in doing. But Peacock can also summon Amawata like that, but it needs to have it in the hand. Which, unfortunately, there's no really decent way of adding this to the hand. Unless we add Shinobird Power Spot. But you guys can play along with that. I don't really use it, but it might be interchangeable. I'm not sure how it would fit in the deck. Maybe we could add it in the future. I don't know. Because this lets you grab a spirit card out of your deck, add it to your hand. If a face-up wind monster you control returns to your hand. So, I don't know. But other than that, I feel pretty good about the ratios. Extra deck, the only cards that matter is Elder Entity and Herald. And honestly, I don't think you need 3 of each, but that's what we got. We're also running Dogmatic Punishment, which is a way of protecting Amawata that you can also search with Ecclesia. So, a lot of good stuff going on here. And let's get into the games and see how the deck performs. Welcome to game number 1, and we're playing against Not Winged, which is... I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but yeah, we're leading the way off. So this is ideally what I think you're supposed to do. By the way, if you're running the incantation spell, you want to discard it to Chalice Slime, and then you can use this to discard that, special summon, and then boom. It seems pretty good. Honestly, here I actually think summoning Pencil. No, we needed to go that because we had Haggith, right? So we went to Haggith. Yeah, we had to go into Ock. Never mind. Yeah, we had to go into Ock. So we had to go into Potato. Potato lets us get the ritual cards. I was gonna say Pencil would have let us recycle the Chalice Slime, but I think our portal, Megalith Portal is going to let us recycle too. Megalith Portal is like actually surprisingly good. So if you guys want to know what Megalith Portal does, pretty much any ritual monster that would be destroyed, right, by battle is not destroyed. So you can actually trade into like Like if I have a 3K beat, like if they have a Mirror Jade and I have one of my Shinobird, I could trade right into it. So I was actually thinking about using Ak here to just send this just to get Amawata out. But then my opponent makes a really weird play. He just sets 2. And then I'm like, okay, well, he set 2. We have to just do this immediately, right? He uses triple tactics. It's already over, though. He wasted so many resources for nothing. And GG, he just loses. Amawata just shut down. Like, he was so boned because of that. There's no... Dude, if you know Salamangreat does not have... Like, their link to is 1800 attack. And that's why you summon the Baroness in defense, by the way, so you don't... Triple tactics doesn't just bone you immediately. But... Clean game, in my opinion. Clean. Hey, guys. Welcome to game number 2. And we're playing against Jolene. I never want to mess with Jolene. I didn't want to sing it too good because I don't want to get copywritten because how accurate it is to Dolly Parton. Alright, we're going to go into Ak again. We're just doing a lot of recycling here. A lot of recycling. But see, we have Shinobird, Peacock. Plus, he's fucked. This guy's fucked. He's playing this shit. Oh, I gotta watch my language. Don't want to get demonetized. It's hard not to do it when it's your normal vocabulary because you're an ape. You know? Oh, dude, it's gonna be so delicious. I could have waited until he got into some rank 4s, but I don't know what he has. If he had anything to protect him or anything like that. Boop. There you go. You lose the game. Have fun. Thank you. So since it is a spirit, it does bounce back, but it gives you 2 tokens, which is kind of nice. You go into Link Spider. Go into Nightmare Phoenix. So there's a reason why we do that, just so we can get material in the graveyard for the Maximus. Special Summon Maximus. Activate. Send. Bada bing, bada boom. We get Herald and that. I'm not even going to lie. Throughout the night, I played against a lot of people that were just running random Elders in their deck. Which was really annoying, because I would use Maximus and then they would Elder me. And I was like, what the fuck? It's like, what the darn it? Gosh darn it. Yeah, he's just dead. Boop. Bam. Bam. Kablammy. Jolene, you better not take my woman. Oh, or take my man, I guess. That's what you get, Jolene, for trying to take my man. Hello and welcome to game number 3, where we're playing as Tori Raka. And they're playing branded, so they smell horrific. I can almost smell the gunk emanating from the taint over here. It's pretty horrific. It's very pungent, onion-like almost. Very musty, I would say. Some people might say that's you know what bothers me? So if you guys ever read any of that hentai, that damn hentai, you ever read about that? There's like a hentai genres where like the girl or whatever, the girl would be like, or the guy, either or, would be like, they'll sniff them their armpits and get like fucking turned on and start licking them like, or like the girl would be fucking doing her thing, if you know what I mean, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, his wiener smells so bad, it's making me go, my mind go numb or something like that. Dude, it is so fucking gross, dude. Oh, man. I definitely don't read that shit. I don't. I'm just saying I don't. But sometimes a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. You know, baba boo. Where are we even at here? Alright. So this is like the most bizarre thing. I Elder Entity Natis, right? I know this is a quick play, right? And I probably should just use it here, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use it on Drago. I want to get rid of the braided opening. But I think my opponent forgets that Braided Opening protects his Dragos. I thought he used Braided Opening for this exact reasoning. Guess I was wrong. So he goes into Starving Venom Power Plant, whatever the damn thing is. And we're going to be able to just absolutely decimate him here. I don't know if we can kill him, per se. The deck is a little iffy on OTKs. But we're going to do our damnness. Now, completely disregard this card. I tried this out for like 2 games. I did not like it. Like, I went into it, but like it really didn't do that much. I also think I just kind of played this particular part pretty bad. I don't think I really did what I wanted to do here. So I bounce those 2 back. He brings back Aliber. When realistically, I use Arclight and Incantation. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Like, I'm not even sure what's going on here. Like, I don't know if that was good. And the full. We got pre-preparations of rights, at least. So, like, the thing is, we're setting up, like, it's not really that good, because we're setting up for an Auk, but we really don't need to, because this card's not returning back to our hands. And this was a bad discard, too. Like, you never discard the pre-preparations there. Because, like, now if he draws some gas, like, I'm going to have some problems with him. And he just concedes. He has nothing. We got lucky he had nothing, but, yeah, it was a little bit messy at the end there. But overall, GG. Welcome to game number 4, where Rogue Zero is going to play Branded again. So we're playing against Branded again, back to back. Hey, another Predaplant deck. What a surprise. The other guy at least like somewhat knew what he was doing. I feel like Rogue Zero gets a little lost in this game. You're gonna see what I mean. Bam bam. Okay. You go into Mirror Jade. It's fine. I don't think that's bad at all. He adds Scorpio, right? But he plays Scorpio, but I don't think he has... I don't think he had a monster in his hand. Because if he had a monster in his hand, right? Like, he would have been able to use this. I don't know. A little iffy here. I activate Ecclesia. He activates Imperm. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of just whack. He had no Death Spear cards in the graveyard either. So, he couldn't use Brandon in red. So overall, this is going to be kind of easy pickings for us, right? We go Incantation. Here comes our Peacock. Gotta strut his stuff like a peacock. I mean, he's going to use the Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade right now. Kind of annoying. But we get rid of the card. We don't bounce the Scorpio because we don't want... He made a mistake. He made a mistake summoning Scorpio. We want to make sure he suffers for making that mistake. We make him also discard 2 cards because he already got rid of Albion. Most of these decks don't run any extra cards that give him value. It's usually just Albion that gives him value. So if we got rid of 2 Albions, he might have 1 more in the deck, but that's not too bad. Now we kind of have him on a clock here. He goes into Branded Fusion. He's gonna have to get rid of Maximus immediately because if I'm able to come back on my turn with Maximus, it's going to be kind of scary for him. He goes for a Branded Opening. Okay. Super Poly, cringe. He goes into Masquerade. Masquerade tells me he doesn't have an Albion. Because if he had an Albion, he would not have gone to Masquerade. So he goes into Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade's going to banish Ecclesia. Wait. Never mind, he had another Albion? What the hell? Okay. We're still pretty Gucci here, though. Top deck another Peacock. Our hand's actually, like, really cracked, kind of. Yeah, like, our hand's actually, like, he's dead. He's, like, super dead. Bam. First card. They're gonna bring out the bad girl. Bam, bam. Bounce, bounce. Alright, what does he flip? He flips up Branded Banishment. I notice a lot of the branded decks running this card. It's kind of annoying, but... Remember, our card's a wind monster, so, like, most of the time they don't have anything to, like, fuse with us. Which is kind of nice. Bounce. Here we go. And now you guys just dead. Now we go into Sharon. Shino. Bounce, bounce. Goodbye. And you're dead. Bye-bye, Rogue Sierra. That's what you get for making fun of my nips. Hello, and we're here for game number 5. And this one, I'm going to speed by it a bit. This is kind of just to show you. If your opponent like has kind of everything, and they play the deck right, and they actually read your cards on what they do, it's gonna be very hard to win sometimes. Like he's gonna go into Mirror Jade, doing a very basic opener, right? Set 2, like he actually even had a more insane opener because he had Ad Libitum naturally and Tragedy, and he was able to use Tragedy to grab Branded Red, so he didn't have to do the Mirror Jade play where they do Albion early. So now he's going to have Albion Banish, Branded and Red play, plus Mirror Jade comes back. Like, it's pretty brutal. So, here we go Dogmatic Ecclesia, because it's a free special summon. Then we go into Kendall. Kendall's going to go into this, and we go into Oak. A lot of value. I'm kind of seeing where his mind's at with using the Mirror Jade effect. Pop. We're pretty much just trying to get into our pretty much our best bet here is to go into Shino Baroness. I know it sounds weird, but it lets us go into Amawata, and which will shut down his extra deck effect. So this is the reason why. I'm going to explain what I'm doing here, right? We know one of these cards, Branded Red. Not good for us. But if I'm able to go on Shino Baroness, send at least one of these cards back to the extra deck, or back to the deck, and then I can have Dogmatic Punishment to protect my Amawata. And remember, if we destroy Mirror Jade, right, with Elder Entity, actually Amawata would prevent. Either way, if we destroy Mirror Jade, right, its effect won't go off. I'm pretty positive because it's an activated effect, I think. I'm not sure about that. Someone tell me, does this go off? I don't think it would, because Amawata pretty much says you can't fucking do anything. So that's actually a good play. That was where my mind's at. We can protect it. That's literally what was going through my mind. So we go into Peacock here. But I activate it, and he has 2 spells or traps that he can activate immediately, which is really unfortunate. This is why I think the Shino Baroness cards, I think they're better when you're on the play, when you play first, and you can activate them on your opponent's turn, because your opponent has no chance of activating these set cards, so you can take advantage of that. I think that's the only reason why I think it's better in that case. But yeah, we're absolutely boned there. He was going to pop our whole field. Like, ugh, we were super behind. Kind of rough. Alrighty, guys, this is the last game. And don't you guys like me playing against Branded Despiel like 3 games in a row for the replays? Pretty fun. Played against it a lot last night. Let's just say that. Well, he's going to max CS immediately. Kind of cringe. But we don't need that many special summons, especially with his hand. Oh, this is when we tried out Power Soul for a game. I don't know. I don't think it's good enough to play Power Soul, because Power Soul is it's a card that is better when you get like multiple activations off of the spirit cards, which we're not typically doing. So we're gonna go into Ock. He's gonna get pretty much a few draws off of us. That's fine. Is what it is. He's gonna go 10. So we're playing against Sword Soul. But we should be good against them. So see, he's going to play that. We're gonna activate Ock. You want to always activate Ock in retaliation because you don't want him going into the actual Link monster, because then he can stop you. We have the Amawata in hand. Send them back. Summon Amawata, and our opponent concedes. They have no other plays. They can't activate any other Tenyi cards. They're pretty much boned. They can't activate any Tenyi cards. I literally can't think what they could do, because they can't special summon either. Because I'm pretty much locking out all their special effects. Like, he can't long yawn or anything. He can't follow up like that. So pretty much what was going to happen was I was going to have a return. I would get 2 1500 attacking monsters on the field that I can use for fodder. And then I can use... I'd special summon Baroness, send back his face down, his set card, and get another Amawata on the field and just beat his ass down. That's pretty much what was going to happen. But let's get into the recap and talk more about the deck. Hello, everybody. We're here with the recap, and thank you for watching this far. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Actually, you know what? Just hit the damn button. I'm tired of it. Hit the button, or I'm going to hit you with love. Or in Minecraft. One of those two. But I also joined our Discord. It's in the description down below. So even you lazy bastards who's too lazy to even look on my page to find it, you guys can even just go down. You have spit dribbling down your chin, and you just click on it and you're like, oh, join the Discord. Look at the memes. Look at the memes people post. Alright. Alright, let's talk about the deck. We got some pretty cool stuff going on here. How the deck performed. So I'm going to be honest with you. The deck performed from the Master Duel meta, that guy's deck, it performed horrible. I think I won. Between that deck and the other deck that we did that was like Megalith's Incantation and Shinobird, those two decks, I don't know what the hell is the problem with them, but we won like 4 games the entire night. We played for 4 hours and we won I think enough games that count on my hand. Then after the stream was done, I changed up the deck a lot. I did a really big number crunch on this, on ratios and seeing what makes the most sense, and the most ideal tools to put in the deck. And I came up with a deck that performed actually decently. I went down, so just to give you an idea, I started off gold 4, close to gold 3, and I lost so many games in a row, I demoted to gold 5, and I'm sure I would have demoted to silver if it was allowed. But then, from gold 5, I was able, with this deck, this list right here, I was able to climb up to gold 2. And it was pretty, like I said, I was playing against Brandon Despia the whole night. I was playing against a lot of very competitive decks. But yeah, I actually think the deck is pretty decent. Could it get better? I think it could. I think this is an archetype that you have to play a lot to really understand what you should be doing. But I think if you're very used to playing rituals and you're very familiar with the incantations, all that stuff, I think you will have a good time. One of the most annoying things is that Amawata, even though it's a very powerful effect, it does affect you. It does affect you very greatly. I do want to get to a point where we actually make a spirit deck, but I feel like that would be impossible to make, where it's just not complete garbage. I feel like it'd be very hard. But other than that, I think the deck was pretty cool. I don't regret crafting anything. I mean, I didn't really craft anything for this deck. I crafted super rares. It's whatever. I thought it was pretty decent. It's a pretty cheap deck, especially if you have a lot of these cards. Like I already play with Nadir Servant. I already play with Dogmatica cards. I already play with Elder Entity. So like I had all this stuff crafted already. So it wasn't too bad. I would say the deck on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's probably like a 6.5. This deck of it, this current version, I think it's a 6.5. And I actually still think, because I think you could hit Diamond with any deck, I think you could hit Diamond 5 with this deck. I actually do think that. Now, on a tier scale, like a tier, like tier 1, 2, 3, I would say this is in a meme tier deck. It does a very gimmicky thing, because the gimmick is playing Auk, and then hoping your opponent has no answer to Auk, which is a lot of answers to it, and then just popping their back row. You're pretty much preying on your opponent, not knowing or not reading what these cards do. That's pretty much what it is. Him not knowing or reading what these cards do, and then pretty much stomping on them because of it, right? Because you can get massive advantages or tempo swings because of it. But yeah, I think it's other than that, I think it's a pretty good deck. I really have no comments on like what to switch out of the deck, because I think the deck I have right now, I've edited it so much, I actually think it's like a pretty solid list right now. But let me know what you guys think. What you think you could make the deck better. I really don't know what we could do to make better. I cut down the 2 Shinobird callings because we have so many ways of searching it with prep rights, with the candles and stuff like that. And a lot of the times when we go into our Shinobarons, it's usually through the Megalith effect, so it's really not even that big of a deal. So I don't know. I feel like other than that, I think the deck's pretty good. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys want to see me play next, because maybe it'll be the next deck I play. I don't know if I'm feeling it. Come on. All right, bye.